Today is day 12 in the criminal trial for Sean Diddy Combs. Let's take a look at what happened inside the courtroom. A federal investigator who planned the Miami raid, a forensic psychologist, and another one of Diddy's former assistants all took the stand. Special Agent Gerard Gannon discussed some of the items that investigators found in his home, which included a trove of guns, ammunition, illicit drugs, and items used in sex parties. Now, during his testimony, prosecutors released dozens of photos that came out from that investigation. Let's take a look at what they found. Agents took photos of several different drugs, including MDMA pills shaped like the Tesla logo, pink pills in drug containers, and white pills that investigators say were Xanax. They also found ecstasy, cocaine, ketamine, and rolled up $100 bills. Along with the drugs, investigators found a stash of guns, including parts to two AR-15 rifles, a .45 caliber handgun, and plenty of ammunition. Then came the sex toys, lingerie, and baby oil. Investigators found 12 pairs of heels alongside different pieces of lingerie. They also found organized stashes of baby oil and lubricant, as well as various sex toys. Gannon told the jury that investigators used an armored vehicle to break down the gates of Diddy's home, and that the investigation began after Diddy's ex-partner, Cassandra Cassie Ventura, filed her civil suit. Joining me to talk about this newly released evidence is NewsNation senior correspondent and anchor Laura Ingle, who is right outside the courthouse. Laura, thank you so much for joining today. First off, what stood out to you about what investigators found in that Miami raid?
You know, what was so interesting about what happened in court today is the fact that we saw these images, one after the other, showing what agents found inside of Sean Combs' Miami mansion. We'd heard about it, but now we're seeing these boxes of baby oil and lubricant and a couple of rubber duckies. Not sure what that was about, but lots and lots of baby oil, lots and lots of sex toys and platform high heels for women, patent leather. In fact, the agent who was testifying today held up a pair of red patent leather shoes for the jurors to see. But what is probably most significant about the items that were taken from Sean Combs' home in that raid were the guns. Lots and lots of guns, AR-15 style weapons. But what the defense did when they had a chance to do cross was talk about the fact that these guns were not put together. These massive weapons were taken apart and shown in pieces how they were found inside of Sean Combs' home. So they really tried to make that point that these weren't weapons that were locked and loaded and up against the wall, ready to go out the front door. These were weapons that were disassembled. Some of them had the serial numbers scratched off of the gun, which is also significant. There was also a Colt 45 or a 45 style weapon that was shown, and some bullets, hollow point bullets. That's important, and that will go into play as we move forward with all of the charges against Sean Combs. But I think seeing is believing, right? Seeing everything that was inside of his home, and we've heard about it, and now we're seeing it.
And the agent that spoke today talked about how it was a pretty aggressive operation, right?
A very aggressive operation, and they felt that the only way to safely do this raid was to go in with force, and they used a special armored vehicle to break down the front wrought iron gate of Sean Combs' home. And the defense attorney said this is like a military raid. This is outrageous how they conducted it. It was really the only time during testimony today that Sean Combs had a visible reaction when he saw the image of his front gate to his home knocked down and bent. He just shook his head like, I can't believe it. I mean, that was really the only time we saw him react to any of this. We did see a lot of images of drugs, a lot of powder, $100 bills rolled up with cocaine, marijuana, pills, ecstasy. We saw a lot of that, but it was the raid of his home and the style that really seemed to evoke the most reaction from Sean Combs. But yeah, the defense pushing back, absolutely saying that this was done in a military style ambush, essentially, of Sean Combs' home in Miami.
Thank you so much, Laura. Really appreciate your insights from the courthouse today. Thank you so much for joining.
You got it.